It's week 2 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see the workhorse Jonathan Taylor. He was steady for them on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Colts and the Jags, coming up next.
Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a man who upset the AFC champs in his first career start last year during the regular season. Out of Western Kentucky, here's Mike White. Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 24 carries, 108 for the yardage, and the score, too.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
We take a peek at the list of inactives for this week's game, and in the season, Charles, injuries already accumulating for this squad.
You got to wonder in this organization, are they just saying to themselves, well, hopefully we're just getting them out of the way early so we can make a late season push when we have everyone back. It certainly feels that way with the number of injuries they've had already.
A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The Colts had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And right now they're probably asking, hey, who did we offend in the scheduling office? Back-to-back road games to start the season.
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll bet someone called the league office to protest, but sometimes it just shakes out that way. But if they can get out of this with a split, knowing they'll get those home games later in the season, it could be quite an advantage for them if they take care of business now. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. White looks to throw. And this one too low. Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. To throw, White. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to a sack back at the 16-yard line. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun. On 2nd and goal, White. To the right side and into the hands of the tight end, Granson. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? This is caught. Touchdown, Colts. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was all finished off by the Jonathan Taylor touchdown catch. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his second season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence. Here's the second-year man from Clemson, Travis Etienne. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lawrence. That's complete to his tight end, Farrell. 7 yards there and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. On play action, Lawrence. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Again, it's Taylor. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's White. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
White throwing on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Lock it. Alert. Opposite. Check.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And Charles, we get a look there at the draft class for this offense. What do you make of it?
Well, overall, I like the balance of the guys that they selected because, to me, they got a few guys who can step in and play right away, which is exactly what you want. But
and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marvin Jones. First touchdown here of the new. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Week 2 underway around the NFL, and a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener, the 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night a treat, a Monday night doubleheader, Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern, and then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw again on second down. White, and they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. The play fake, now White. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A throw over the middle taken in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. White. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Holding offense.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got
Still
nabbed
first
for the
down.
hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They'll run here with Taylor. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing again on second down. Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From midfield now, Lawrence. Quick slant caught by Kirk. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And with just one remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And they are just...
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of... Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
He's brought down there by Kenny Moore. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he's got some space here. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, 61 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they've got this down to about the 12. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Out of the gun, it's White. He'll get this one to Pittman.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Now White. They're going right back to Pittman. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And he's got it. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Touchdown! Michael Pittman.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Colts are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. From the 6. And he returns this to the 22. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 22.
Now Lawrence.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Screenplay. Here's Etienne.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. 3 quarters in the books.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts set to take over here offensively. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now, oh no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's Lawrence. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence finds his tight end Ingram. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They go play action now. Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Here is Michael Pittman and the rest of this offense getting set for the upcoming drive. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. On the handoff, Taylor. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On the handoff, this is Taylor. A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25.
Holding offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
They'll get that one to Taylor, complete.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. He finds Pierce. It's complete.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back to throw.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted.
Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off.
And the Jags have just about sewn up this football game.
61, Max box, white.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand.
I'm ready.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
It's a pretty entertaining ball game, Charles.